Hey, hello, people. How are you? And I am just getting ready to go on a marvelous trip around the world and back again. And I am so excited. I wonder if this is actually working. Like, am I actually live? So if I'm live, give me a big shout out because I have no idea, you guys, if I'm live at all. So tell me if I am because I'm kind of zooming here and it's a little bit tricky because our internet is still down from the lightning last week and also my email is out. So how's that? The universe has said, Terry, you must do something different. In fact, the universe has been putting a few little blocks in my way for reasons that are so supreme. And yet, did you know that every single block, you guys, is really just another way for you to climb and reach your how? So, what I mean when I say your how, I'll tell you exactly what I mean, and that is that there is a magic formula. And you know what, today I was sitting in my new hammock, yes, my new hammock, and no toilet rolls. No, that's not it. I really shouldn't be making jokes about toilet rolls. But on a side note, my husband was making fun of me tonight because I had a toilet roll on the side of my bedside table, okay? But that's because I was actually using it as a face wipe. But of course, he says, that's your new teddy bear, and now I have not been able to live that down. So if you know what I mean about the whole toilet roll situation, you guys, then I guess I'm hoping that that is going to be a very big thing of the past in no time. But let's get on with the message. The messenger is about to preach you the message. So as I was sitting in my hammock today and I was doing my personal development, I decided that because I teach people how to find their why, I thought I would do it on myself. So I began to ask myself the question, what is it that you truly, truly want? So if I asked you that question, what do you truly, truly want? Would you even know? And I actually answered, and my answer kind of comes with the fact that I want to be a sacred servant to the world with a message so that I can unleash thousands and thousands of people from their pain and their suffering, especially when they are high achievers and they're blocked and they want to really kind of break through and reach totally amazing heights. So, high achievers and people that have been suffocating under the people pleasing trap, anxiety, and fear, there is nothing like me releasing that. And that is exactly how I answered my question. But then I had to ask myself the question, why? Why do I want that? Why do you want what you want? And the first answer that came up is, well, it's going to give me a feeling of importance. Now, isn't that interesting? And importance, then I said, well, why do I want importance? So, you know, you can go through this magic formula too, and it is a really powerful way to find the answer to what it is, you guys, that you truly, truly want to achieve in your life. So if you ask yourself the question, why? But in saying that, I do have to say that why should only be asked when you are stating something positive. So if you're saying, I want to live in a mansion, or I want to be rich, or I want to be wealthy, or I want to be happy, or I want to have this specific lifestyle. That is when the why, the bigger the why, the how will take care of itself. So it was interesting that I unpacked what I unpacked today. And, you know, the first thing was that I wanted to feel important. And then I asked, why do I want to feel important? And the next thing that came up is because I want success. And then, of course, I asked, well, why do I want success? And, you know, as I'm uncovering what it's like peeling back an onion, you guys. You're peeling, you know, all these layers back. And then I got down to, well, I want to have a strong sense of self-worth. Now, remember, I'm talking about being a lifestyle coach and helping thousands and thousands of people through my sacred service. And it all comes back to why. Why do I truly want it? And why do you want what you want? And so as I went deeper and deeper and deeper, this is what happens. And this is the really interesting part. And my clients actually love this modality. It's so, so powerful. So as you go down several levels, you keep asking yourself why. Because I want to feel important, because I want to feel loved, because I want to feel connected, whatever it is. But you ask, why do you want that feeling? But without fail, something very magical happens. And this is exactly what happens. What happens is you find the actual pain behind your why. Now, this is what makes this so damn powerful. And if you're a coach out there and you don't know this really simple, easy modality, I'm going to urge you to get in contact and private message me, or even jump on a free call with me, because of this modality that you can give your clients. If you are a trainer, a teacher, a coach, or if you're somebody who wants to really get underneath your why. So I'm just going to keep sharing here. So I kept going deeper and deeper. Why do I want to have that high self-worth? And then it came up that because so I can be all of me. Okay, so that is the answers that are coming up. Now, when I went down further and I said, well, why do I want to be all of me? It then came up, the answer, and I'm reading it off my notes this morning, so I can rise and help the world. So I'm sort of coming back to the why again. And then I said to myself again, why do you want to help the world? And then I said, this is where we're getting to the big gold nuggets, because there is so much pain and so much brokenness. So there we are. We're starting to really get to the gold here. And then soon as you find a painful point, you stop asking the question why. Because usually it dates back to something in your past that really hurt you, and it caused so much pain that it became a longing, it became a yearning, it became so powerfully important to you that it turned into a value, you guys. So anyway, I'm just getting messages from my tribe who are telling me that they're going to join me in Queensland. That's great, because I'm going to be doing an immersion over there. So, okay, so the moment that you hit a pain point, like you find something because I never felt that as a child, or because you know, there's so much brokenness in the world, or because you'll find that something will come up. And in that moment, you need to convert the conversation to saying, what would you prefer? So what would I prefer? Well, I would prefer to see people living their God-given purpose rather than seeing pain in the world. Of course, I would love to see people living their God-given purpose. Now, why is that so important to me? There I go again. Why is that important? That I want to see other people living their God-given purpose. And that's because I know how much power, how much certainty, how much fulfillment, how much amazingness exists, you guys, in the power of knowing your God-given purpose. And as I went down further, why do you want people to have their God-given purpose and live that out. And it came up as peace. I wanted peace. So peace is a really high value. So what this exercise actually does is it starts off by asking the question what you want, and then you just keep on asking why you want it. Why do you want it? And then as you travel down, like I might have someone, this is without a word of exaggeration. In fact, the lady may be watching this, but I won't say her name. She came to see me to transform her body. So, you know, usually when people are wanting to get rid of excess kilos, what they're doing is they're carrying around baggage, and that's usually attached to the wounds of the past. So even though, you know, most people will talk in terms of a diet or going to the gym or all of this stuff that is not sustainable, I know as a hypnotherapist and a lifestyle coach, it is in the mind. It's the rewiring. And a person is only doing something, a habit against themselves, like stuffing themselves, or they may have a bad habit, but they feel that they're actually wanting to fulfill a need. So at the bottom of that lady's why, as I took her down and I said, why do you want to be slim, fit and healthy? Why do you want to look beautiful? Why do you want to have all this boundless energy? Why do you want to be able to wear that bathing suit and absolutely rock it out? You see, I want to know the reason why. And then as we got deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, wham, we struck that she had pain in the divorce of her first marriage. Okay, so there was one. I had another lady, it went right back to her childhood. And the reason that she wanted her why is it was the pain of having such disconnection as a child with her parents. And in that moment, it's like it dissolves. It dissolves you, beautiful people. That's what happens because you find it at a deep cellular core level. But this has got such a powerful and profound effect, because what happens is nobody expects this to happen. But when you are facilitated in the correct way, it will happen. And I guarantee you that when you find what it is that is underneath that, and for this specific lady about the body transformation, when we discovered it was a series of bad relationships, she was stuffing her emotions, she let go of that. She went on a product that I have, and she was able to take that product, she was able to change her mindset. And in that moment, she just reduced, she let go. We don't say lose weight because we know the subconscious mind, if it hears losing weight, it'll think that then it's got to find it. We talk in terms of dropping excess kilos, shedding the baggage, getting rid of the shiz. So guys, bringing it back to your why, the magic and powerful gift of this is three things. Number one, it'll help you to get really clear, concise on your vision. Number two, it'll find your value system in a really easy, simple way. You'll find what's so important to you. And imagine realizing what's important to you, what's important to your loved ones. And sometimes the way you know what is truly important to you is when you get wounded, when you get upset. You know that one of your values has then been broken. So it's a kind of a bit of an oxymoron, because you know your values, you discover it through what you want and what hurts you. And as you find your why, you'll find that your highest value, like what you truly want in your life, like really at a deep level, you guys, by actually knowing what it is, you'll find the pain. I promise you, it'll come up. That deep wound. In fact, I will share my deep wound. I know I talked about the brokenness of the world, but what did I write? I wrote about, because I love helping people to find their God-given purpose, because I didn't feel that I had a purpose as a child. I didn't feel important as I was growing up. So that's turned into this amazing gift. That's transmuted. And that's what I'm teaching people. I'm teaching people to find their why, to absolutely unleash their weaknesses and set themselves free. Because guess what happens when you're set free? Not only do you get rid of your self doubt, not only do you get rid of your sabotaging patterns, but your whole energy changes so much, you guys. And I've got to get packed up, and I'm going to have a little drink of wine in moderation. I said to myself, I'm not going to have a glass of wine until I do this live stream. I've packed my bags and I'm giving myself a little treat. And you know what? When you move towards your goals, guys, you move towards your goals and you treat yourself now and again. It's a difference between having a treat and sabotaging yourself. So when I am taking people through and transforming them from, even when they're locked in anxiety, locked in depression, and they've been so bad that they've lived in anxiety for so long, that when they're set free, they actually think they feel great. In fact, it's sort of like almost this euphoria where they feel so light, they feel so free, and they say, Terry, I feel great. Here's the truth. I'm not trying to burst anyone's bubble here. It's not that they feel great. They feel exactly how they deserve to feel. They feel exactly how they are supposed to feel. But it feels so freaking great compared to being locked in a world of pain and anxiety. And of course, the law of sowing and reaping. Clearly, what you give to people, what you give out to the universe comes back to you. So I always make sure that when I'm working with people, that it is my highest value to, allow them to heal themselves, allow them to create the power of their life. And yet, once they unleash themselves, there's this magical thing that happens because, and that reminds me, I forgot to tell you about the magic of the why, but I'll come back to that in a moment when I finish this sentence. The magic that actually happens is that the people in their life that they influence, their children, their partners, actually change as well. It's really quite profound. And I get that all the time. It's not just one customer, it's not just two. Of course, then, because I'm so passionate about personal development and, remaining in a container that life happens, we're always going to get hit with things that are negative. We're always going to come up against obstacles, right? I mean, there's a worldwide panic about the coronavirus, right, you guys? However, you can protect yourself. You can seal your soul. You can keep your mind and your body so strong, so your immunity has every chance of being able to combat that, right? So really, in a world where we're always coming up against trials and, obstacles, one of the biggest things that I've created that I am so proud of, and I listened to it today, and I created it late last year, was the Master Key system. This is an automated system of the most powerful tools that have actually unleashed trauma and stress, that have helped people quit their sabotaging habits, that have actually enabled them to be able to visualize what they want in their life and actually create it. And imagine, like, I was listening back on one of my modalities and it was creating your personal history. Imagine if you could go back in time and actually just dissolve all of the pain and the habits and start again and rewire it. Well, your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is not real. So when you are recoding and when you are completely reprogramming with love, with everything that you want, you have such a brilliant chance of being able to always combat anything that comes at you in life. So if you're interested in my Master Key system, if you're interested in knowing the why, if you are interested in becoming a absolute gob-smacking, kick butt coach, trainer, teacher, or whether you just want to improve the quality of your life and you'd love to know what your God-given purpose is, I want you to jump on a discovery call. You won't be able to get in with me until next week because I'm off to the Gold Coast. I'm going to be representing Perth, Western Australia. I've been chosen to speak at a conference where I'm going to be teaching on many things that I have just shared with you. And then on the end of that, I'm doing my own private retreat. And my own private retreat, I've got a couple of people following me from Perth, and there's going to be just a total immersion. We're keeping it really small, and that is an absolute amazing immersion. But if you are interested in anything here, if something has really prompted you and you're feeling like, wow, I really want to know that, you know, that sounds really good. I wonder what it would be like to feel like that. And if you want to feel great, then I'm going to drop my discovery call link in my post. And I don't know when I'll be coming live next, so I wanted to make sure that I did. And I waited. I thought I'd give myself a glass of red wine. Ta-da! And present to you. And so now that you know, I'm going to tell you what came to the absolute magic of what this is all about, the magic of going into your why and going deeper and deeper, unlocking so many hidden treasures and getting to the bottom of your pain and dissolving it, and then finding what the real underneath that you truly, truly want. That lady, by the way, that wanted body transformation, she didn't really want the body transformation. She wanted to feel loved, and she wanted to have a rich relationship. And by actually healing herself, the excess kilos fall away. She naturally does it because it's like something in her psychology just changes. And here's mine. So I can be all of me to my authentic, truest self to be a world changer. That's it. That's what I got for you. So you guys, if you've liked this, maybe you may know someone that might need to hear this. I know there's been a lot of, you know, small talk in and out of this as well. Share it. Share this with a friend, or even tag a friend in it. And you never know, you could be making a massive difference in someone's life. So I want to absolutely send you so many blessings, so much love. And I want to say to you, mwah, remember, results count.